Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone. Welcome to Cook with Hasiba. Today's video is very special as I'm not only going to show you how to cook the prawns but also where I bought them from, a view of Al Mina Fish Market in Abu Dhabi, how to clean prawns at home with the simple tricks here and there, and also going to share a very beautiful recipe of my mother-in-law, how to make prawns in a traditional way with very few ingredients. Stay tuned with the video. We usually buy the seafood from the nearby Lulu market or from the market nearby, but this time we plan to buy the fish or seafood from Al Mina Fish Market, which is located in Abu Dhabi. Now on the way to Abu Dhabi Mina Market, this was the view. While traveling to the Mina Fish Market, you can see the seaport and the ships and also the greenery. Now we have to go through the underpass. Actually, this Mina Fish Market is located exactly behind the Mina Plaza Tower. As you can see, the demolished tower is nothing but the Mina Plaza Tower, which was recently demolished in the month of November 2020. Due to the demolition, the fish market was remained closed for a day just to make sure for everyone's safety. Now this is the turnaround. As I told, Mina Fish Market is located exactly behind the Mina Plaza Tower. Now it was a Friday evening we went to the Mina Fish Market. Usually on Fridays there will be huge crowd. Now you can see the ships and the crowd. Now most of them come on the weekends to enjoy the seafood here. Here the restaurants are located. Now this is the entrance of the fish market. These are the restaurants. Now if you want to directly order from the restaurants, you can surely do. If you want to purchase the fish or the seafood by yourself and then want to grill by them, you can also do that. Like they take specific amount from you and then marinate the masala and then serve it back. Now I would like to describe this market as a very big hall which is divided into separate counters with a specific counter number. As you can see, each counter has their own counter number. You won't get any visiting card here, but you have to remember the counter number to get the seafood from the same counter if you wish to. Now it is always very difficult to select any one counter as everyone are very welcoming there. I mostly don't stick to one counter. I just try to find the most fresh fish and then purchase from that specific person. Now you have to bargain a little. Usually they give it for a very good price, but still if you find it very pricey, you can surely bargain. Now at the corner of this market, there are few brothers who clean the seafood. If you pay some amount. Now by seeing the quantity of the seafood you have purchased, they will decide the amount. By giving them, you can get it cleaned. They don't charge too much. Like I gave something around 10 dirhams to get the fish, prawns, two types of fish and prawns to get cleaned. As I told, there are restaurants located here. If you want to purchase the seafood by yourself and want to get it grilled by them, you have to pay just a little amount to them and they will ask you whether it want to be grilled on the microwave or on the charcoal. But you will have to wait for some time as it was Friday. There was a very big crowd. You have to wait for your turn. Most of them directly order the food, but few just to enjoy the weekend buy from themselves and then get it grilled. If you want to take it parcel back home, you can also do that. But if you want to sit there and enjoy, there are places available. As it was Friday, we quickly did the shopping. I actually got the prawns and the fish cleaned there, but still, just to teach you guys how to clean them at home, I kept few aside. While returning back home, this was the beautiful view. Now that is nothing but the WTC mall in Abu Dhabi. That's the behind part. This mall is really very beautiful. Now this is the entrance of the WTC mall. Back to our hotel apartment. We actually had our lunch and then went to the shopping. Once back home, we quickly sanitized and I pulled out the prawns to shoot how to clean them. Now cleaning the prawns is a very simple process. It's actually divided into 3 parts. You just have to remove the head. Now prawns has a very thin shell. Just remove the shell and the legs will come along with it. First you have to remove the head and then slowly remove the shell. With that the legs will come along. Remove the tail too. Now the toughest part here is there is a thread-like structure in the prawn which is very much important to get removed. Now to remove this, you can take either a fork or a knife. Just insert it on the upper layer of the prawn and then tear apart till the tail. And then you can find the thread-like structure. This is nothing but the vein. Now this is very important to clean in the prawns. This is actually very easy to clean, but the only thing is the prawns should be quite bigger. If it is too small, it's very tough to clean them. But if the prawns are quite big or large, you can easily clean them. Just remove the head. Remove the shell. And also make sure the legs are also coming along with it, or you can remove them separate. And the third step is to remove the thread-like structure. That's nothing but the vein. You can also do it with the fork or with the knife. This is the simplest way of cleaning the prawns. Now these legs are very gentle, very smooth. Just make sure while removing the head, it might hurt. Other than that, everything is soft. The shell, the legs and everything. Now I have taken a knife here and remove the vein. This is how it looks. Likewise, clean all the prawns and keep it aside. Now the recipe which I am going to share with you guys is my mother-in-law recipe in a Tirchi style. This is the finest recipe I have ever come across. Now I have taken something around 500 grams of prawns here. 1 teaspoon chili powder, 2 teaspoon coriander powder, 1 teaspoon jeera powder, few garlic cloves, half a tomato. As the tomato was larger in size, I have taken half tomato. You can take 1 medium sized tomato, some ginger garlic paste, turmeric and salt to taste. Here for the garlic, you have to make some holes with a fork just to make sure the juices of the prawns should get well absorbed by the garlic and also the spices should get entered well. Now by doing this process, there won't be any difference between the garlic and the prawns while having, because the juices will get so well absorbed by the garlic, you won't find any difference between the prawn and the garlic. Here the garlic cloves should be large in size. Now if you think the prawns and garlics are too heat, you can reduce the number of garlic cloves, but make sure you have to add them because this is the traditional way of making this recipe. If you want to take little amount of garlic, you can surely do, but make sure you add the garlic cloves into this recipe. Once done with the garlic, I have taken a aluminium kadai. Now this recipe tastes better when you make this either with aluminium kadai or copper kadai or with iron kadai. You should not use any non-stick pan here. I have taken somewhere around 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. Now once the oil is heated up, we have to add the ginger garlic paste. We are not going to use any onion to this recipe. This is the first secret here. Now the second secret is, usually I say in all my recipes that whenever you add ginger garlic paste, you have to roast them well, or you have to fry them until they turn brown in color. But to this recipe, we are not going to saute the ginger garlic paste too much. Just mix them for a few seconds and immediately add the washed prawns. Now the ginger garlic paste, prawns and the garlic are going to cook together. After adding the prawns, immediately add the garlic cloves. You can see how big the garlic cloves are. Add them along with the prawns. Now these three things should get cooked along. I'm also adding some turmeric and a very little salt. Mix them well and wait until the prawn changes its color. Usually prawns become pink in color once getting fried or sauteed. Just give a good mix and then let it cook until the prawns releases its water. Here you can see how beautifully the prawns has changed its color, and also you can notice that the prawns has shrinked in size. Now this is the point. We have to add the other spices. That's nothing but the chili powder and the coriander powder. Now I have come across many prawns and shrimp recipes, but this was the finest recipe I ever had. With the minimal masala, this recipe tasted really brilliant. I would request everybody to try this recipe, whoever come across. This is the finest recipe of prawns, I must say. I'm damn sure after trying this recipe, you people are going to comment me that how tasty this dish came out. Now saute the masala until the raw smell fades away, or until the oil releases. Keep mixing and then add the chopped tomato. Now the tomatoes should be sauteed so well or cooked so well that you shouldn't find any tomato in chunks in this recipe. It should be completely mashed. You should find only the garlic cloves and the prawns. Keep mixing them well and add some amount of water just to make sure the prawns, the garlic and the tomatoes are completely softened. I'm going to cover the lid and let it cook for at least 10 minutes. In between, open the lid just to have a check whether all the spices are cooking properly. Give a good mix, and now you can notice that the tomato has separated from its skin, but it should be completely mashed here. So I'm going to cover the lid and cook for few more minutes. The garlic clove should be completely softened here. Open the lid and check for the garlic now. As you can see, the water has reduced in quantity, and also the prawns are bit cooked, but this water should be completely dried out. As this recipe is not a gravy one, this is going to be a prawn sukha type of recipe without any gravy. So make sure to dry out the water. Just keep checking the garlic. It should not be completely mashed. It should just be cooked perfectly. Now I'm checking the garlic here. Just check the garlic and then press it with the fork. You can see how beautifully the garlic was cooked here. Now if you overcook the garlic, it will get mashed within the prawns and the gravy or the prawns won't taste well. Just dry out the water and wait until the oil separates. The garlic was perfectly cooked and also the prawns were ready here. I will just wait until the water is dried out completely. Now once you notice the water is dried, I am adding the cumin powder. After adding them, just give a gentle mix and let it cook for 1 or 2 minutes here. Now the zira powder or the cumin powder shouldn't cook too much. Just give a gentle mix and wait for a few minutes. You can switch off the flame and let this prawn rest for 5 minutes before serving. Now you can garnish these prawns with some coriander leaves and a julienne ginger, or also with some spring onions. As I always say, you shouldn't immediately serve any dish. Let the dish rest for few minutes after switching off the flame. Now the dish is ready to serve. Now this is the simplest recipe of prawns with very few ingredients anybody can make. I would suggest everyone to try out this recipe as this is very delicious and yummy. I'm damn sure you people are going to love this recipe and also going to comment me that how well it came out for you guys. Now if you like my recipes, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also let me know what recipe you want me to try next. If you want me to vlog, I will also do that inshallah. I have garnished this recipe with some coriander leaves. Now you can eat this as a side dish with your rice or sambar, or you can use this with some roti, or if you want to just eat it like that, you can also do that. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also comment me and share my recipes with the ones who like cooking. Thank you so much for watching.